we ready for another hike? Oh, it is great outside today. Oh, it is so beautiful. The sun is shining. The leaves are green and bright. It is going to be a great day. We are going off on the trail today, and we are going to enjoy the sights and the sounds of what's around us. And that's going to be the sound of kids screaming, and lots of them. Yeah, we ran into a little problem today on the hiking trail. But before I talk about that, if you are new to the channel, my name is Mike, and what I do here is point of view hiking videos. I went through this special surgery where they implanted little tiny GoPros directly into my eyeballs. And so that way, you get to see what I see in stunning 4K as I go along on these hiking trails. So it is great. I mean, not great for me because it's very uncomfortable and I can feel the cameras in my eyeballs. But hey, anything to entertain you. Yeah. So anyways, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Just hit that little subscribe button. It's easy to do. And subscribing helps the channel. I know I've said that before, but it does. It helps. You know, because otherwise, nobody's going to find this video if people are not subscribing to my channel. My channel's just going to fizz out and die. And it's the same thing with liking the video. If you actually like the video, then like the video. Hit that like button. All of this stuff helps. It helps grow the channel, grow the videos, gets more people to watch it. We can keep doing this. All right. So, before I tell you what happened on the hiking trail, there's one last thing I got to do. And that is a shameless plug. Yeah, because something's got to pay the bills. And these videos aren't doing it. Oh, boy. Anyways, yeah, so it's shameless plug is where I take just a quick little moment to talk about something that I've created. And I do it shamelessly. Because, yeah, you got it. I have no shame. That's right, it's time for a shameless plug where I plug something of mine shamelessly. And today, I'm going to promote MikeBurkePhotography.com. Many times when I'm out here on the trails, you'll find me with my camera, snapping away. I love photography, and I have created a website where I sell prints of the many images I have taken over the years. If you're looking for the most perfect, beautiful landscape image, an image of the ocean, of the sunset, of autumn or winter, check out MikeBurkePhotography.com for that most perfect image to hang in your living room. You'll also find plenty of options. You can get it as a print, canvas, a metal print. Check it out today, MikeBurkePhotography.com. And that is the end of my shameless plug. Now, back to the video. Okay, welcome back. So, as you can see, the trail is beautiful today. That dreary look of winter is gone. It is gone. It is now green everywhere. Green leaves and green weeds and flowers are growing, and it's green everywhere, and it looks nice and it feels great. And this is always a great time of the year when the season changes. When you go from the dreariness of winter and then spring comes along and you get little hints of the plants starting to come out of the ground and the flowers starting to grow, and the leaves start out as these little buds. And sometimes those buds turn into a little flower. And then eventually the leaves pop open, and we know that summer's on its way. Something else, too, that's very interesting, if you don't live in a place that has 4 seasons, when things happen, it happens fast. You know, when you go from summer to fall, it slowly happens. It's slowly happening. The leaves are slowly starting to change color. You'll see a little bit of red or a little bit of orange or sometimes yellow, and it slowly happens. And it usually starts happening towards the end of August, very slow. Same thing in September, a couple of little trees, not much. But then you hit October, and that's when things start to really change. The rate and speed as to how the leaves change all depends upon the weather that year and the temperatures and all these other different factors. So it could be where you go all through October with the leaves being orange and red and they don't come down until November. Or it could just happen in October. But when it does happen, when those leaves drop, it typically happens overnight. And it happens this way every time. You'll get some big rainstorm near the end of October, beginning of November. And when you wake up that next day, the trees are naked. They are totally butt naked. They don't have any leaves on them anymore. Maybe a few have a little bit of scattering of leaves, but for the most part, all the leaves come down at once. And now suddenly it looks like winter. Now the transition between winter to spring is kind of the same way. It slowly happens. You start to see the buds in March, sometimes even in February. And you'll see the little buds on the tree. And then as the month goes through and the weeks go by, the little buds start opening and you see a little bit of green. And that green is kind of peppered throughout. If there's a forest, you can still see all the trees in the forest, but you see all this little green sprinkled all around. And then you hit May. And just like what happens in the fall and October, one day those leaves are about the size of a dime. They're very tiny. And then the next day, they're the size of your hand. It happens that fast. And that's exactly what happened here. I went on the hiking trail on Friday, had my camera, recorded it. The leaves were about the size of a dime. Today, they're the size of my hand. They opened up overnight. And now it looks like summer out here. So it is great. It is beautiful. It is lovely. Plus, this is why I love having 4 seasons, because it feels new. And you get to have that. Every time the season changes, you have something new. It's not the same thing all the time. And each season feels different. Has a different look, a different feel, and it changes your mood according to the season and really how you view it. Some people get depressed in winter. They don't like the way it is. But other people like me, I embrace all seasons. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about is what happened here on the trail today. I get out here and the parking lot is full of people. I actually could not find a place to park, and this is a very big parking lot. So I had to go park behind a school bus. And I hear the sound of 10 million children screaming and yelling. And I could see them all. There's a park, and there's swing sets and everything, and there's a pavilion, and they're all inside the pavilion. So fine. The hiking trail should be fine. So I get the GoPro and I head off to the hiking trail, and there's a couple of people there, so I waited until I passed them. I don't want people in the videos. You know, I want to protect everybody's identity and all that stuff, and that's not what this channel is about. The channel is for us to just get a nice view of the actual hiking trail and not the people on it. So I pass those people, and then I put the GoPro on and I start recording, and I can still hear all the kids screaming. You'll hear it. You probably heard it in the video at the beginning. And so I head off onto the hiking trail, and I'm doing my thing, and next thing I know, the sound of those kids gets louder and closer, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. And that's when I realize all those kids are now on the hiking trail. This is not going to be good. No, it isn't. I do not want to run into 10,000 kids back here. And of course it's going to ruin the video. So I had to change my plan as to where I was hiking today and kind of go off on another trail. On my way back, I can still hear them, and then there is a position along the river where I can see this bridge. The bridge is the only way you can get to where I am. There's no other way to cross the river. The kids are on the bridge. All of them, like all 10,000 of them. And I'm like thinking, like, how the hell am I going to get across? And they're loud too. They're just so loud. And they're screaming and yelling, and I mean, I saw a kid get thrown off the bridge into the river, and then an alligator came and snatched him, and then a tiger took another kid, and then a big giant eagle the size of the Empire State Building came down and just kind of flapped its wings and grabbed a couple kids at the same time, and okay, none of that happened. But yes, there are like 10,000 kids on the bridge. So I had to shut the camera off. I couldn't record anymore. And I approach the chaperones who are at the end of the bridge. I'm like, yeah, I got to get through here. And they're like, oh, yeah, Yeah, we'll move the kids. Hey, kids! There's someone coming through. Can you move to the side? The kids didn't hear them. They're still screaming and yelling. So then the woman chaperone, guys, someone's coming. Could you move? She's like whispering. You got 10,000 kids sitting here on the bridge. The bridge is only narrow enough for one person to walk through, and you're whispering at them. They're not going to hear you. Hey, you want to move? Excuse me, I've really got to get through. There's no other way for me to cross. This is the only way to cross the river. Can you, like, please move so I can get through? Yeah. Okay. Hey, kids. Do you want to move? Yeah, I don't think they can hear you. Yeah. Kids, someone's coming. They really cannot hear you, and I gotta get through. Can you please yell out loud and, like, say, hey, kids, there's a dude coming. Get out of the damn way. Yeah, okay. Hey, kids. There's a dude coming. Yeah, they're not gonna even understand you. You know what? Maybe it's best you just walk through. They'll move out of your way. Okay. Yeah, they didn't. They were acting surprised to even see a person's on the bridge who's taller than them. Oh my God, what are you? I'm a big hairy Sasquatch. Now get out of my way before I start yelling and throw you off the bridge. Oh my God, it's true. Hey everybody, there's a Sasquatch here. Yeah, so they were bumping into me and stepping on me and not listening, and then I would say, hey, excuse me, gotta get through, and a few kids would be like, coming through, someone's coming through, and other ones would ignore them and bang into me. And so yeah, I finally got through, and then a parent, I guess, cuts right in front of me and then walks very slow up the hiking trail, and I'm kind of trapped there. So it was great. Great. And now I'm sharing it with you. So now I'm going to zip my mouth shut and let you enjoy the rest of the video.